which is the box office. Goodness me.
Oof.
What a terrible box office it was, ladies and gents. It was a box office, wasn't it?
Yes,
It was
was.
box office. I mean, it was worse than The Flash.
I also appreciate that you have the 46 million in the graphic, because that's the more accurate one. The numbers is reporting 46 million, whereas a lot of the larger outlets here are saying it's 47. Nope, it's not 47, because 46 is less than 47.
It is.
Well, oh God, it's so. What happened? Well, it's not very good. So I mean, this is an older article anyway, but I'm using this for some other bits and pieces we're going to be talking about today. The 97-minute Marvel movie did $46 million, and it's just under. Total is like $110 million worldwide, but it's not actually that, because now today it's still like $109 million worldwide, because it had like a 74% drop off on Monday. We got like $2 million on a Monday.
And that wasn't It wasn't very much box office to begin with.
It was pretty bad, and people are trying to tout this as a win because they're like, "Oh, it's number one." Sorry, what? This film cost $300 million.
If
good.
Okay, consider this: if Dune had not moved, this thing's dead meat.
It's dead meat anyway. This movie will struggle, because now this weekend coming up, it's got the Hunger Games Ballad of
super feminism.
Snow Brown, and this is dead. This is going to struggle to cross $100 million now, domestic. This is dead.
And I think it has to make 400 million before it's breaking even, if I'm not mistaken.
No, try. Keep going.
Oh, no, more than that, Jonah.
In the United States.
Oh, okay. Jonas is like, look, wow.
You look at over 600 million to break even for this film.
Yeah, easily. Yeah. But it globally it made $110 million. It's done. China only gave them like just under 11 million bucks.
Yep.
Their little virtual signal insert of a Chinese actor didn't even save him.
Oh, I think he was Korean, actually. So they
really? Well, he's big in China, basically, was the
Park Xiao or Xiao.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think the Chinese audience is really going to dig that musical scene? Is that
no,
they're not
going to go for?
Well, Chinese audiences traditionally don't like strong women anyway. They're turned off by strong female movies, generally speaking. So they've absolutely. I mean, what? Oh God! Terrible film. Terrible. I'm still over. I'm still reeling from how bad this film was. But what an absolutely atrocious box office. What does it say here? So the Marvel Saturday was 15.3 million, down 30% from a Friday. Well, the previews on Friday, but didn't it preview on Wednesday? So it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If I remember rightly.
I think it was Thursday, because I couldn't get a showing until Thursday.
But so still Thursday, Friday, and then down 30%. Not good. 30% on Saturday. That's terrible.
Well, that's the problem, is that they combined the $6.5 million it earned in preview on Thursday, which was deplorable. And
still not good.
and then they added Friday in to give them, that 21.5 million. I'm like, wait a minute, it only did 15.3 million. It's flat to Saturday then. Friday is flat to Saturday, and the only reason they see it as a decrease is because they combine the Thursday, Friday. I really wish they'd stop doing that.
Yeah. Well, this is the worst MCU opening ever.
Yeah.
It got on par with some of the worst cinema scores ever.
B.
Not good. Not good. But it has been that steady trajectory decline, hasn't it? With respect to these Marvel movies. But this was never going to do well. It's so bizarre that they chose to, spend so much bloody money on it. Like, why? Why would you spend so much money on this? $300 million. Then marketing budget, all the reshoots, the VFX at the last minute because they kept changing stuff. I mean, this is a massive, massive waste of money.
Correct me if I'm wrong, either of you, but if I remember right, the first narrative they came out with was that this film was only $100 million or $110 million in budget.
No way. No way. No way.
Yeah, I think that was
I'll
it,
go
yeah.
find that story. I'm gonna go find it because I was like, this is one of the most reasonably budgeted, Marvel films, and I'm going, what?
No, Captain Marvel superpowers can't even be done in $100 million film. I think that glowy effect or Miss Marvel's weird hard light hands that are supposed to mimic Mr. Fantastic's powers. And of course now Photon. These are all superheroes that they cannot do a cheap movie with these superheroes. Maybe that'll cause them to be grounded here, where they can somehow get these boring, overly CGI intensive characters off the screen, because there's no Stan Winston legacy shop to come in here and say we've got a version of this.
You say that though, but you can do these cheaper. You absolutely can do these cheaper. I always go back to the creator. They had fully CGI, robots running around in that film, doing pretty intensive stuff. And that was for $85 million. You can do this cheaper. The thing about that film was everything was locked in before the VFX were done, right? Everything was 100% locked. It was all done. The film was done. And then they went, right, so now you need to do the VFX. And so it was done. And with time, all the shots were finished, all locked in, done, dusted. These films are made in the edit bay. So it's not done. So they're asking people to keep making VFX non-stop all the time for stuff that isn't even used. And so that's why there's so bloody much money.
So is that the problem here? Is that they have an income target, a revenue target in mind rather than a profitability target in mind?
I mean, we had that report about She-Hulk, right? I mean, half those things weren't even finished, and they were making that up as they were kind of going along. So that's why the VFX looks so bad. It's the same principle as that they just don't. Nothing's locked in. They're trying to praise Kevin Feige as this mastermind in the edit bay, but what all that has proven is to be incredibly costly, because they just waste money in the edit bay. Whereas if they had a locked-in script and a locked-in shoot and a locked-in edit before they sent off to VFX, it'd be done.
Well, mind you, I found the article where Nia DaCosta exposed that the budget for the Marvels was only $130 million.
No, where is that article?
I put it in the private chat.
You share your screen.
You're making me work. What is that?
I am, yeah.
See, this is why you don't be a producer, kids.
September 20th. Oh my.
Here it is.
Oh, so this did get subsidized by the UK government. Oh, that's going to be beautiful. Okay.
No, not by 100. That it's still more than $130 million though.
Okay.
Because Forbes found the filings.
Yeah, said it cost. Vanity Fair says it cost about $130 million. And then,
but Forbes reports today, per financial documents from Disney, so Company's House, legal
Company's
filings,
House, yeah.
Company spent $274.8 million on the Marvels.
Yeah,
they banked $55 million subsidy from the UK government, so it's $220 million. But it's still going to be more than that.
Oh yeah,
because they still were editing it, they were still shooting it and editing it and reworking it up until the very last minute. So it's still going to be more than that. You still have marketing on top of that. Even if you take best case scenario, let's say it is 220 million, and then let's just round it up. They did $100 million on marketing, but they did quite a lot on marketing for this. Let's say it's $320 million. I mean, that's $640 million to break even.
Yeah.
So this film will now lose somewhere in the region of $400 million.
Oh,
but it will, though. You know it.
No, okay. So I know you know this, Nate, and probably Jonas does too. But when I projected the loss for this film, I'm like, this film will lose at least $200 million.
Mate, that's chump change. It's more than
I know it's going to be over $300 million. I think you're right. It could lose $400 million.
Of course, counting
It's only done
marketing
140
as well.
million worldwide, right? Only done 140 million worldwide.
No,
How
it
is that
hasn't.
So I'm
it's
several
110, hasn't it? Sorry, yeah, it's done 110. Sorry, it's not. It was projected to do 140. It's done 110. This film's dead. This film was so strong.
Well, if you knock off the $2 million that they tried to add to the American total, it's actually $108 million as of Friday or Sunday night. So
I'll add something to this as well.
Yeah,
that
please.
is as of September of 2022. I went ahead and looked up the UK filings since this is referencing Forbes, which Caroline Reed from Forbes is a master at this. She actually names the entity Warbird Productions UK 2. Sorry, Warbird Productions 2 UK Limited. The last filing was September of this year, which goes to September of last year. So the last time they spent money on this, going up to September of 2022, that is that 274 million or whatever that is only what was spent up to September of last year. So this is assuming they didn't spend any money this year on the production.
But we know they did because they did reshoots.
Absolutely.
And they confirmed that.
So this movie could be a $300 million movie.
It certainly is.
Very easily.
Yeah. $278.4 million as of then. Then they robbed the good people of the UK for $55 million. Thank you, by the way, for having them use your tax money and not mine.
They've made more from the British taxpayer than they have the box office.
Thank you very much, Nate, for supporting women in cinema.
They actually have. That's embarrassing. That's so embarrassing.
They should at least let you go see the movie for free.
That's right.
No, mate, that'd be, it should be banned under the Geneva Convention.
You know, you guys only spent $10 million, only $10 million on that movie this weekend. You should be proud of yourselves.
Oh my!
On top of the $55 million in taxes you gave them. Well done.
Well, MCU decline. Are we in it now? Are we going to see the next movie dead as well? Because the next movie is Deadpool. So, do we think that that's going to be a bomb as well? What do we think?
Well, before that's dead, I think there's Echo. That's also going to be.
No one cares about that. Yeah, that's dead already.
Yeah. Sean Levy makes entertaining films. He tends to make kiddie fare, though. He did the Night of Museum movies. Free Guy had a little too much cursing in it for kids, but that was essentially a kids movie. Yeah. I hope with Ryan Reynolds there to guide him that he does a little bit better with Deadpool. But I don't know. I don't know what the strategy here, because I'm sure that movie is already getting close to the $300 million mark.
Easily.
A rated R big budget film. Those have not been successful for a very long time. And I guess they're giving up on the idea. Between this and Echo, it seems like they're giving up on the idea.
Joker was successful.
Well, that's true. How much did Joker make, though?
Billion.
$1 billion. Yeah.
It cost $1 billion.
Do we think that Deadpool is going to make $1 billion and also be something that parents are okay letting? This is the other thing about Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk. These are all little boy characters. These are characters that little boys look at and say, "I want to be this character for Halloween."
They're little girl characters now, mate. Come on,
yeah. Come on, John.
I don't understand what the business case here is. I get the idea of doing Deadpool 3 because Deadpool 2 was more successful than it needed to be. Was not as successful as Deadpool 1. But if this is a family company, which they aren't, but I'm paying lip service to this idea. If this is a family company, what are you doing making a near $300 million budget rated R film?
I love the Merc with the mouth.
I reckon. Do we reckon it's going to bomb? Yes or no? Come on, yes or no?
I don't think it's going to bomb. I don't think.
Okay, define bomb.
Lose money. Not cross $800 million. That'll be a bomb. That'll be a bomb for Deadpool and Marvel. Bearing in mind, their market for success is $1 billion.
Okay.
So with the amount of money that they spent on it, the amount of money they had to roll up into Hugh Jackman's Australian down under lawn for this, right? It doesn't make $800 million. This would be a bomb for them, guaranteed. They would see that as an abject failure. Honestly, bringing back Hugh Jackman, getting Deadpool in it, or a host of all of the other people that they're getting involved in it, the budget for this film is going to be insane. 100%
I think it will be.
We've seen the set pieces. It is. It's going to be crazy. So $800 million doesn't. That's the marker. Is it going to be a bomb? Is it going to cross $800 million or not?
No.
Will it be as successful as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? That's the mark here. So you don't think so?
No, I think you've kind of labeled exactly why. I mean, it's a rated R film. You are still going to have people that are hold back their kids from seeing that. I know that it seems puritanical, but it's not. I think Nate makes a good point. Wow. I hadn't thought of it that way, but if it has a $250 to $300 million budget, it's
think of all the people that they've got to cameo in this.
Oh yeah, I mean they've got to bring in every X-Man or Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom and
well, they've already got Kelsey Grammer. Oh my goodness, that was horrible.
He's got someone to promote, isn't he?
That was not Kelsey Grammer. That was a rep.
It was his voice. It was his voice.
Yeah. That was an abomination of Kelsey Grammer as Beast. That was terrible.
Right. Okay. So you don't think it's going to make $800 million? Jonas, do you think it will get $800 million?
If it does better than Joker, I think there's a possibility this film hits $800 million.
Oof.
I'm going to say there's a possibility, but it's going to struggle for many, many reasons. But there we go. Let's shuffle on now.